to my channel. Today's video I'm going to show you guys what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks, and I have been working very hard on my new preset packs. So I have finally released some preset packs that are relating to specifically studio portrait photography, but more specifically beauty photography, because I feel like there's not a lot of presets out there that you can buy for that genre specifically, and I felt like there was a little bit of a gap there especially with skin toning, and I really did make these preset packs in mind with skin tones. And I think that's sometimes hard to find with actions and presets with Lightroom and Photoshop. So I have released a few different preset packs, and I've released some for Lightroom and also for Photoshop. For Photoshop, I've got 3 preset packs up currently. So the first pack is skin color grading bases for Photoshop, and this pack contains 3 actions that you can use in Photoshop for basically your base for skin color grading. And these are kind of minor adjustments that will just get that skin tone hopefully in the right place for where you want it in your images, because I know that this is one of the most biggest frustrations I think that people have, is trying to get skin tones right and trying to get them color graded correctly. So I've created these bases as kind of a starting point for you to then color grade on top of that, but at least you've got the skin tone base right first. So I've got 3 presets underneath this pack, and the presets come in cool toned, warm toned, and natural with skin bases. So they're just a really small set of presets just to really get you started with your color grading. Really good for beauty photography and for beginners in that field that are wanting to get into that sort of photography and that sort of retouching. It just kind of helps you get started with your images that way. My second preset pack is going to be clean presets for beauty photography or for studio photography. And this is a set of 10 clean presets. And by clean, I mean very simple actions that you can use in Photoshop for your images, and they'll give it just a nice clean effect. There's not too much color grading going on. I've tried to keep the skin tones intact as much as I can, and you'll just generally get a nice professional edge with your images that way. So I've got a lot of different types of clean presets. They range from warm, neutral, cool, and desaturated. So there's a few different options in there for you to use. So for those preset packs, I've also done a couple of preset packs very similarly in Lightroom. So I've done a clean preset pack, once again with 10 presets for Lightroom, and I've also done a skin color grading bases pack also for Lightroom. Now, just keeping in mind though that the Lightroom and the Photoshop presets are not the same. They're not exactly the same. They do have a similar concept though. So just keep that in mind if you do go to look at purchasing them. And then my third Photoshop pack that I've released is my signature collection. And they are all of my signature kind of looks that I use for my beauty photography. They are generally how I edit my images. So the whole workflow in these actions is pretty much how I would open up my images in Photoshop and start color grading them. I've got a few with red undertones, blue undertones, and pink undertones. And then I've got my own natural preset that I quite often use myself. And I've also got a warm natural preset that I also use quite often. So those ones currently are only available for Photoshop specifically, because I do most of my retouching in Photoshop. I've also released some bundle packs as well. So I do have a Lightroom bundle that includes both the skin color grading bases and also the clean presets as well all together. And that's one bundle that you can purchase online. The other bundles that I've created are the beginner beauty presets pack for Photoshop. And that's the same thing. So it's got the 10 clean presets in there, and it's also got the skin color grading bases. And it also comes with a free dodge and burn workflow action that I've included, just because I think some people do struggle with dodge and burn, and it's just an easy way to get started with it. It's a very simple action to use. So that's included free with that pack. I've also got one more bundle that I'm offering, which includes my signature collection, the 10 clean presets, and also the skin color grading bases for Photoshop. So that's a complete Photoshop pack, and it also has the dodge and burn workflow action in that included for free as well. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these actions or presets, I do have the link down in the description box below, but you just need to go to kayleejune.com/shop, and all of the presets will be available for purchase on there. So the point of this video is obviously to let you guys know that I do have those presets available now, but I want to show you guys how to use them and how to customize them a little bit more for yourself and for your own images. So I'm actually going to do a quick tutorial on how to install the actions and presets into Photoshop and Lightroom, and also just how to adjust them from there and how to use them in general. I hope you guys really like the actions and presets that I've created, and let me know how you go if you do purchase them, and let's get on with the tutorial. So guys, now I'm going to show you how to install the actions and the presets into Photoshop and Lightroom. So the best way to do this is to go into where you've saved the file, and once you've downloaded the file, save it in a place that's going to be easy to remember. Now you will see that there is some zipped files here. Now they will be for the Lightroom presets. All of the Lightroom presets do need to be zipped in one file, so you will need to unzip the file. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So all you have to do is click on the presets that you want to unzip. So this one here, the Lightroom Beginner Beauty Bundle, and we're going to right click that and go extract all, and just say extract, and it will open it up in a new folder in the same folder that you've got those open in. So now you can see you've got all of your presets here. Now once they've been unzipped, you can actually go into Lightroom, and then you just go over to the presets tab just over here, click the little plus, add new presets, and import presets. Go to where you've saved the presets originally, and just click into that folder. Now highlight all of the presets that you want to import and click import. So now you'll see that the clean presets have popped up on the side here, and so have the skin bases. So this is part of my Lightroom Beauty Beginner bundle. So once you start using the presets, you'll just have to hover over them to see what they look like on each of those. And if you'd like to choose a preset, you can just go ahead and click on it. So once you've chosen your preset, you can actually customize how you want it to look on your photos. So like I said in my disclaimers on my website, these presets are going to look very different on each image. So my lighting and my tones that originally come with my images are going to look very different to yours potentially. So you might need to make a few adjustments, which is very easy to do just on the side panel here. So if you think that it's too bright or too dark, you can manage with using the highlights and bringing them down, and even the blacks just a little bit up, I think. And you can really customize it to how you want your images to look while using that preset as a base. So I've also brought down the saturation here with the oranges. I find that really makes a difference with skin tones. So you can move that down or move that up. It's really up to you, and it's up to really experimentation as well, and what you like with your images and how you find that it suits that. But they are very customizable with the Lightroom presets and also with the Photoshop actions that I'm about to show you as well. So with the Photoshop actions, there's a couple of different ways that you can install them. So you can actually double click on these ones here that are just the action files, and they will usually come across if they're just the individual sets that I'm selling at the moment, which are the clean beauty sets and the signature beauty actions and the skin bases. So you can actually just double click those and they will open and import in Photoshop. The other way to do it is to open the zipped files, which will be for the bundles. So if we open the beauty bundle here for Photoshop and go extract all, this will open it in a new folder, and then we can go ahead and double click on those to install as well. So I'm actually going to show you guys directly how to import them into Photoshop. So we're going to go just over to Photoshop here at the bottom, and I've got my image open already. So to import the actions directly into Photoshop, we just go over to this little menu here on the right and click that, and then go down to load actions. Now we just go to where the actions are saved. And then you can select them individually, the sets that you want to import, and you will have to do these individually. So I'm going to just load in the clean beauty actions first off. And we're going to click on clean neutral just to test it. So to play the action, so you can see that they have imported in easily enough. Click on clean neutral and then press the play button to play the action. So I try to make sure that all of my skin retouching is done prior to using the actions, and I always make sure that I'm on the top most layer of my workflow to play the action, because if it's not, some things can go a little bit astray and you might have a bit of trouble with messing up layers. But here we are with the action played. So you can see that these are all adjustment layers, and I've made them to be all adjustment layers, so they're very customizable and you guys can alter them as much as you like for them to suit your images. So like I said, there will be changes that probably need to be made every now and then. For example, I'd probably go with the vibrance, and you can just double click here to alter the adjustment layers. I'd probably just bring down the vibrance a little bit more on this one. So if you find that maybe you just want a bit more of a subtle look, you can also change the opacity on any of these adjustment layers. So you can just use that opacity bar here and bring that down, and it will remove. Or like I said, if you want more of a subtle look, you can turn some off altogether. So as you can see, it's very easy to use and very easy to customize yourself and actually make those adjustments that you need to make. Thanks again guys for watching this tutorial. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. And be sure to go and check out my actions and presets now. They're available over at my website, kayleejune.com/shop. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!